Hi guys, this is Coach Ray from Armwrestling. In today's video, we're going to talk about Neil Pickup. This video was made with huge help of Eric Roussin. Please check out armwrestlingarchives.com. It's the biggest library of arm wrestling history on the web. This man is gold for our community and deserves much more recognition than he has. Like the video, share it with your community, and if you're not a subscriber, please click the subscribe button right now. Stay strong and love arm wrestling. Who is Neil Pickup? Depending on what time you have joined the arm wrestling party, your answer might be different. A competitor, announcer, organizer, podcast host, or just your friendly neighborhood fat lad. So where do we start? Looking at Neil as announcer or arm wrestling personality, it's easy to overlook on how much of his life he has invested to be world level competitor. In his own words, he has been obsessed with training and becoming world champion. Neil started to compete in arm wrestling when he was 13 years old in 1987. He has won countless British national titles and many overall titles throughout his arm wrestling career. He won at least 2 senior division European titles among at least 6 podium finishes between 1998 and 2001. He finished on a podium in senior division at the WAF World Championships on 8 occasions between 1996 and 2006, twice reaching the top spot and becoming a world champion. He has won an estimate of 60 plus international titles in more than 15 countries around the world. His peak competitive form was probably in 2001 when he won right-handed 85 kilo senior division world titles at both WAF World Championships, World Arm Wrestling Federation and World Arm Sport Federation, as well as right hand 90 kilo at the National Pro Arm Wrestling Championships in a class that included Michael Todd, Yoshi Kanai and Svetan Gashevsky. To quote Eric, "I have researched arm wrestling sport history extensively, and in my opinion, considering the many hats Neil has worn over the past 30 plus years, whether it's been as a competitor, a promoter, a matchmaker, a commentator, a host, an organizer, an editor, a developer, or an influencer, no one has done as much for the sport of arm wrestling in as many different areas as Neil Pickup." In the early 1990s, when he was still a teenager, he began actively promoting the sport in Northern England, organizing dozens of tournaments. He founded Northern Arm Wrestling Federation in 1990s, from which many of England's all-time best pullers have emerged. With his background and connections in fight sports, he always viewed arm wrestling as a combat sport. From very early on, he was convinced that supermatch arm wrestling was the way to go to grow the sport's popularity, and began arranging such events in England in 1992. After building on success of England's Iron Arms events, he developed Arm Wars, which became the country's top international tournament for several years. His goal was always to obtain TV coverage for the sport, and he achieved this goal when he was able to secure a multi-week deal to broadcast super matches on National Lottery Show in England in the 90s. In the late 1990s, he met Igor Mazurenko, who was interested in developing professional side of the sport in Poland. Neil convinced Igor that supermatch arm wrestling was the way to go. When the Professional Arm Wrestling League, PAL, was formed in the early 2000s, Neil served as the organization's main matchmaker and often served as a master of ceremonies. Neil hosted the WF World Arm Wrestling Championships in Manchester in 2006, shattering the attendance record for arm wrestling tournament, and capped the week off with series of memorable PAL super matches. Around 2007, he moved away from PAL to develop Arm Wars Super Series, having landed a TV deal with Eurosport. His dream would come true. Over the next 10 plus years, arm wrestling would be shown on Europe's biggest sport channel and reaching viewers in up to 85 countries. The Arm Wars Super Series was a huge undertaking, but Neil was able to secure many of the top venues around the globe, flying and lodge hundreds of athletes, and film and package everything for a television audience. Neil can be credited with arranging many of the sport's most memorable super matches of all time. his role in helping shape Devon Larratt's career cannot be understated. He first brought Devon to the pole for a super match with Taras Sivakin, and later put on together Devon's matches with John Brzenk, Travis Bajan, and Michael Todd in Arm Wars, among others. He even gave Devon his No Limit nickname. In recent years, he has taken on several roles with the World Arm Wrestling League, first by becoming the voice of the organization, and later by helping guide its transition to supermatch format, and continuing to be the main matchmaker. Supermatch arm wrestling is big right now. Everyone wants to have a supermatch. When I started, it wasn't like that. Big part of that is the success of Neil Pickup. I still think Arm Wars was the pinnacle of supermatch arm wrestling regarding the rules and entertainment aspect of it. Arm Wars didn't just bring you the best of the best to see who is better, but it gave amazing matchups with some of the less known arm wrestlers that turned out to be diamonds in rough. You can see almost all the videos on Arm Wars YouTube channel. You can find link in description. As a commentator, there's no one even near his commenting skills. As he himself is a world-level competitor, he has ability to understand what arm wrestlers are doing, thinking, and should be doing. If you're doing the biggest matches in arm wrestling history, you should have Neil Pickup doing the commentary. At the start of 2020, when the world of arm wrestling was in trouble due to COVID-19 pandemic, he created his YouTube channel, Neil Pickup's Supernatural Strength Official, when he has spent hundreds of hours talking with some of the biggest and most interesting names in arm wrestling to keep community entertained and to tell stories that have never been shared, talking with guys who are not on the top of the fame pinnacle of the modern age, as well as bringing biggest names of today together to have a great conversations. This channel is Voice of Arm Wrestling, but if Neil wants that title, we will give it up for him. Neil Pickup is the voice of arm wrestling, and World of Arm Wrestling will forever be in debt to Neil Pickup for his lifetime commitment to grow the sport. Stay strong and love arm wrestling.